Hi guys, welcome back. We have a Trailblazer down here. I don't even know what year this thing is. I didn't even look yet. My intent was to get in and scan test it, but we're gonna go a different route, I think. I just hooked the scanner up. I wasn't gonna turn the camera on, but, well, might as well, right? I'm gonna show you what we got here. This thing is running. This car sometimes does not start. I wanna show you what we're at. He complains that the instrument cluster does not work properly. This thing has a multitude of complaints on it. If you notice here, the gauges are all over the place. Notice the battery, the battery voltage, charging voltage, oil pressure, RPM. Okay, it's not working, obviously, it's stuck. And if I shut the key and cycle the key back on, you'll see that the gauges are doing funky stuff. Right now it is starting. It did not start before. Something else I want to show you here. What I noticed earlier, let's see if I can get a shot of it here for you guys so you can see. I don't know if this is going to come across or not. The Bosch has a, can you guys see that? I really don't know. The Bosch has a voltage display, if you can see that, hopefully. Don't know if it's coming out, but it's flashing all over the place. This is what I had before, and I have a no start now. Okay, as I try to turn this key, it will not run. So, when I saw this, and I saw the gauges acting up, and all this stuff was happening at once, I want to see what else is going on here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go out to the battery. I think this thing was reading about 9 volts actually before. There it is. Let's see if I can get a shot of this so that you guys could actually see. Having a hard time with the camera focus here on the sun today, but I'll try. Now I'm reading 11 volts. It's lying to me again, and now it's going to start. All right. Well, trust me, you saw it flickering, and you saw it wouldn't start. So I'm going to show you what we did, what we're going. Well, how far we got, which wasn't far. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take my headlight here. I'm going to go across the battery, and as you can see, it's nice and bright. Then we're going to drop our headlight. Now I'm going to go to the block. We get a good ground. There we go. Now I'm going to go to the body. You notice anything? Notice anything? I do. Let me see if I could show you in a better way. My ground is right now for my meter, and my light is at the body, and I'm right to battery positive, okay, on the other side. I've got 6 volts. I'm going to show you the difference when I go to the block. You can see now I've got 12 volts, okay? So I have a voltage drop on the ground side of this thing. And what I saw, actually let me leave this hooked up and see if I can simulate it so you guys can see better. Okay. Probably not so well. I'll be right back. I got to get some tools. what I'm saying, I had to grab some tools here. And if you notice, what I've got here is a loose body ground. Or had. If you notice it now, my ground for this light is on the same spot that it was on. And if you look, battery's a little bit low, but I am pretty much up to par here. So what I'm going to do is I want to check and see if I can communicate if that helped anything at all, if that was part of our issue, or if we have to go deeper. But that was definitely a no start. That was definitely one of the issues with the truck, rather, that we have a weak main body ground for this thing. So let's move on, see what our next step is with this thing. Okay, now that flicker is not the, that's the camera. All right, we are not flickered. It's 12.3 volts we're getting now at the OBD2 connector. Start it up. And immediately I do have operation on some of the gauges. Tack is working. Battery, zoom out here, I'm sorry. Tack is working. Battery voltage is working. I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna hook up the scanner and we're gonna see if we can communicate. No, we cannot. All right, 2, nothing. All right, guys, I was having a little technical difficulty before, and then I had to walk away from what I was doing. I couldn't get the Bosch to recognize the VCI again. I have had this problem. I mean, it's frustrating at times, a little annoying, but honestly, you know, if that's the worst of things that I have to deal with this thing, it's really not that big of a deal. The tool itself is fantastic. It's just something with this Bluetooth every once in a while it's an issue. I had a ton of codes in here. Didn't turn the camera on, unfortunately, but I had a ton of codes in here, and I cleared them, and I believe that it was all due to that ground issue that we had with this truck. I'm going to start this back up. I have no check engine light on now. The only code that I have in here at this point is a, I believe one of the body control module. Yeah, headlamp on indicator circuit, which he is not concerned with, I'm sure. What else? Car has a power steering leak. That's the other issue. It also has about 300,000 miles on the clock. Let's see here. So this thing is well used, and working on it, I found this laying underneath the by the crank pulley all the way down there, rattling around. So I don't know why there's a piece of conduit laying in there. I can only assume that somebody was using it as a cheater bar. It appears that somebody was in here making fittings. So we'll have to see what the power steering leak is. I'm probably not going to film it, but he wants some other work done on this truck as well. I think shocks and struts rather, and some other things. So I think we'll leave it at that. Most important lesson here, as usual with these type of tests, is voltage drop testing, loaded circuits, verify, and you know, and do the repair. So we had a bad ground here, bad body ground, and it looks like that's it. I'm gonna let this truck run for a while and verify that there are no other issues. If there's anything else, well, I'll turn the camera back on and we'll go through it. For now, we're going to leave it at what we got, and that'll be it. See you guys soon.